So, my series Cartoon Amnesia takes place in the cartoon graveyard, as you can see, but it takes specifically in the Noir Ring. Now, the cartoon graveyard, to let you know what it is a place where all forgotten and discarded cartoons have gone throughout the years. Basically a graveyard for cartoons. Now, the main characters, specifically in the series, are the main group, but it starts off with Flexi and Dakota as the main two. Flexi being the owner of the place, the Unlabeled Hotel, you could say, and Dakota being his right-hand man, or right-hand dog. Basically, they're trying to work to rehabilitate/fix cartoons to send them back to the cartoon world, which is where all cartoons exist. So Flexi and Dakota end up talking about how they have a lack of guests. Now they talk till they get their first guest, Ashy. Now Ashy is a spider cartoon, though she's more self-centered. Her whole thing is she is the number one and on top. She mostly stays in her outfit she wears, her dress thing, to hide her other limbs, because she has more, because she's a spider. She eventually ends up agreeing to stay at the Unlabeled Hotel with them and be the first guest working to redeem themselves. They'll end up staying at the Unlabeled building together, and she's the first to try. So, after Ashy joined the Unlabeled Hotel, Flexi decided he wanted to get more guests, and he decided to do it through one of the ways, the FG News. So, it didn't actually end up going as well as he thought, and the two most famous news reporters, Loxin and Kiro, only made it worse. So they decided to return to the Unlabeled Hotel after that, just to find out that Ashy was not exactly working towards redemption, but the opposite somewhere else. So Flexi was sad, Dakota was upset, and Ashy was acting all innocent. So Flexi decided to walk him to the entrance. So, as Flexi leaned against the door, there was a sudden knock at the door. And Flexi decided to open it to reveal Satonus, the Cartoon of Chaos, who has been gone for 7 years. So Flexi immediately shut the door and decided to walk back to Dakota and Ashy. He told Dakota that Satonus was outside the door, and Dakota, being the cartoon it is, not trusting anyone, said to not open the door. But Flexi had other plans in mind. He walked back the door and opened it to see Satonus, who finally finished saying hello. Now, they talked, and Flexi let Satonus in to talk to everyone else. Of course, Dakota didn't like him, but Ashy didn't know who Satonus was. Flexi and Satonus talk, and Satonus mentions he wants to help Flexi with his redemption project. Now, Flexi is hesitant at first, but then Dakota pulls him aside, telling him that he can't trust Satonus. Now, Flexi tells him that he has a plan and that he can trust him. Flexi and Satonus talk, and Satonus says he wants to join after seeing about Flexi's redemption project on the TV. Now, Flexi's hesitant at first, but then Dakota pulls him aside, saying that he can't trust Satonus, but Flexi reassures Dakota, saying he can trust him, that he's doing. As Flexi and Satonus ended up talking, Dakota and Ashy also talked, and Ashy told Dakota how she doesn't actually know who Satonus is, or anything about him. So Dakota decided to explain how Satonus, when he first arrived in the cartoon graveyard, was already powerful enough to make deals, and he manipulated a lot of cartoons into deals, making deals with them, which practically made it that he owned those cartoons, which made him evil, basically, to Dakota. So Satonus was a threat. Although Ashy didn't actually see him as a threat, this only irritated Dakota, the fact why Ashy didn't see him as what he saw him as. But Ashy, on the other hand, thought that Satonus' power could be useful to help her out. After Dakota has finished explaining to Ashy who Satonus was, Flexi told Satonus that he is needing help around the Unlabeled Hotel. Now, Satonus himself, he had an idea and of how to help. So with the snap of his fingers, Ulf materialized. And of course, Ulf was not happy to see Satonus. And he made it clear with how he talked to Satonus. But Satonus told him that he has a job for him at the front desk. Now that was great and all, that Ulf is now part of the big crew of all 5 of them now, but Flexi thought that it wasn't necessarily the best help they needed at the moment, that they would probably need help with something else. Flexi tells Satonus that Ulf isn't exactly the best help needed and that they need something better. So Satonus decides to interrupt Flexi and says, "I have just the thing for you." He then, with a snap of his fingers, Disty materializes. An energetic little cartoon. Due to her size, Satonus could easily pick her up with one hand, and when he sets her down, she starts running around energetically cleaning everything and stabbing insects. Flexi admits that this is actually useful, and Satonus merely laughs. So, Disty ends up joining the crew, and they officially have the main cast for Cartoon Amnesia. So the crew is finally set. Flexi tries to keep the tension down and keep everyone safe, while him and Dakota try to work on the Unlabeled Hotel and getting cartoons redeemed. Disty, the energetic cartoon, and Ulf, the German wolf, work as the hotel staff. Just doing stuff like that. Ashy, their only resident, is not really working towards redemption at all, and all of them end up working together to try to achieve the goal of the Unlabeled Hotel. So, it's been a few weeks and all the characters have gotten used to each other and aren't as aggressive towards each other. And soon they all gather in the lobby to have the FNG News have a important broadcast. Loxin and Kiro report that the higher-up cartoons in the cartoon world, basically all the cartoons you know from popular TV, all of them they're going to do a cleansing of the cartoon graveyard. They come down and eliminate unwanted, forgotten cartoons. They act like it's no big deal, even though it freaks out half the cartoon graveyard. All the characters hear this news are shocked with their own reactions. Flexi's upset and worried, Dakota's trying to comfort him, Ashy's being Ashy, Disty and Ulf don't really care, and Satonus is just smiling.